Okay, so today in the journey of finding the best laksa in Kuching, we are at Daren trying out their Sarawak laksa. It is 10 ringgit, and based on the topping, I can see the portion is actually really huge. I really did not expect this for 10 ringgit, but the topping looks okay, not bad. The prawn doesn't look that fresh, okay? It looks very thin, very small, and the topping is very lacking as well. One thing that I like about the topping is the tauge. We can actually see a firm tauge this time. Like all the previous store that I tried so far has given me very soft tauge, like tauge soaked in laksa soup, something like that. But this one, it is crunchy. I expect it is crunchy. Okay, so I'm just gonna give it a try. Yeah, it is crunchy for sure, but that is not what we are here for. We are here to judge the laksa in total. So I'm gonna start with the soup, okay? The soup. Let me try. Very creamy. I really love the creamy texture of the soup. It is actually quite sweet rather than spicy. It don't really it have the spicy and taste, but it doesn't have the kick to the spiciness right immediately when you eat the the laksa itself. So I'm gonna add some sambal and try again. They don't give quite a lot of sambal, okay? So I'm not so sure if you request for more sambal, are they gonna give it to you or not? Yep. Still the same. It's quite sweet, honestly speaking, this laksa. And I'm pretty sure they are not using coconut milk because this soup texture doesn't look like they are using coconut milk. So I'm not sure where does the sweetness actually come from. Maybe they use sugar or maybe they use other stuff. But now we have tasted the soup. Let us try the bihun, okay? Because the bihun is something that will make or break the laksa as well. Mm. Not the best, bro. Like this bihun. Oh, yeah, thank you. Uh, This bihun is very thin, but it is not the laksa that not the bihun that I like. It is a little bit chewy, a little bit tough. I prefer bihun that is like really smooth texture. Like it will the type of bihun that will soak up the soup of the laksa. I think that I prefer that bihun compared to this one. I know this bihun doesn't soak up the soup that much, but I personally prefer the one that will like soak up the soup and make itself a little bit soggy, a little bit like smoother to eat. This bihun, I'm not a big fan of it, but I just want to let you know this is my preference. Me personally doesn't like this type of bihun, but if you like it, you can definitely sure to enjoy it yourself. Okay, I might. Okay, I'm just speaking from my own preference here. I don't like the bihun. Mm. But the bihun is chewy. The texture, so it's nice. Let me try the prawn. The prawn is another thing that I'm really concerned about. Is it fresh? Is it not fresh? No. The prawn is not fresh at all. Very floury. Um, it, it, it lacks any chewiness to it at all. So this prawn is not fresh, and I'm not sure why. I expect that this store to be quite crowded with people, but apparently it is not the case. Okay, like this laksa store, the everything excels. They said everything is at a two mark. Like the soup is two mark, the topping is two mark, the prawn is two mark, the bihun is two mark. So this is like below average food for me. if I were to judge this laksa stall. But yeah, that is the laksa stall in Daren. If you want to come try, I recommend you to order the small one at ringgit. It is still quite expensive for a small one, but I I wouldn't pay too much money for this, okay? Because this is honestly quite below average for according to the criteria of my judging for finding the best laksa in Kuching. So that is all from me in this store. I'm gonna go to the next store. I'm gonna see you guys there when I'm there. I'm just gonna finish this before I go. Okay, so we are at our second store today at Ji at Trinity Hub, and this laksa is the big portion, but the big portion is smaller than the portion that we ate just now at Daren. But I have to say the presentation, the soup color looks more superior compared to the one in Daren. I really love the red color of the soup. But one thing that really scared me right now is the strong curry flavor that I actually smell just by like sitting in front of this laksa. So without further ado, I'm just gonna jump straight into the soup because I'm really curious to see how does the soup actually taste like. It looks very milky. It have the laksa look. It have the typical laksa look. I don't know how to explain, but it have the laksa look. Huh. Interesting. Like despite having the very strong curry flavor, but when you actually taste it, you don't really taste the laksa in the soup itself. Like it's kind of crazy how the smell is so prominent, but you don't actually taste the laksa. Don't actually taste the curry smell from the soup itself. So I actually think that the soup is quite good, just that it is still like usual, not spicy enough for me. I eat quite spicy, not gonna lie. So when I'm looking for a strong laksa, like really good laksa, I'm looking for one that is quite spicy, not extremely spicy, but this one is like leaning more towards to the sweet side, and I feel like quite a lot of people don't really know how to eat spicy food, so they kind of like adjust the laksa based on different people, and the majority of people in Kuching don't really eat spicy food, so that is why we don't actually get like very spicy laksa. We have more sweet laksa compared to spicy laksa. But with that being said, yeah, let's try the bihun. The bihun looks really good. This is like the type of bihun that I like. It's like a slightly thicker version of bihun, so I'm really excited to try it. So let's try. This is the bihun that I like. The one that is soaked with the soup. It is able to like retain the flavor of the soup in the laksa itself, in the bihun itself. That is very important because like if the bihun is not able to carry the smell of the laksa, then you are only gonna have laksa soup and bihun. You're not gonna have one. It is not one dish. It became two different dishes, something like that. So this is what I really love about the bihun. Next up, the prawn. The prawn looks absolutely amazing. Looks super duper fresh. Pretty sure this is not gonna focus, but this looks super duper fresh. I really love it. So let me try. Just like what I expected, it is fresh, very chewy, very tasty. The interesting thing is they actually deveined the prawn. I don't know how they did it, but they successfully deveined the prawn. We are not getting the black thing from the spine of the prawn itself. So this is good prawn, good soup, good bihun, and good prawn. Like what else can I complain? Like there's nothing much to actually complain. But I have to say, like the topping, we don't really have quite a lot of topping. I don't see quite a lot of meat. Like the meat is like very little, and the egg, I love egg, so and the egg is not too much as well. The topping choices, the amount of topping that was given is not too much, but it's not too little as well. Like when you come to eat laksa, I think most of the time we are actually eating the soup rather than the topping itself. But having the topping, having the meat, having the egg is definitely a plus. So the topping, I'm gonna give it like a 2 mark, and but the rest is really really good. I really love the bihun. I quite love the soup, but I still wish it to be a little bit more spicy, so that I can really really sweat, like especially in this rainy weather today when I'm eating this laksa. But that is all from me regarding this stall, Shi Ting Ji Laksa. Hope you enjoy what you see here today. I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Goodbye.